Good morning, everybody. Well, I slept really good last night, as you can imagine, after that long day. It was nice to wake up, and it was only 30 degrees and not like 15 or 12 like it's been the last two. But I've got everything packed up and sitting here making some coffee, gonna eat some breakfast real quick and hit the trail. Plan is 12 today. Shoot, I forget the name of the shelter. I'll tell you guys later when I remember it, but just gonna cruise in there, and then Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I'll have 11 miles into the knock. It's supposed to rain on Wednesday, so I'll probably get an early start and haul butt into there, so I'm not in the rain all day. But that's the plan. Got a room, like I said last night, got a room set up there. My wife was able to get one, so yeah, beautiful morning. And I'm gonna finish this breakfast and hit the trail. Well, I made it up the enormous climb coming out of the shelter, but they're right there at the top. If you go all the way up there, that's Siler Bald. I, for one, will not be going all the way to the top because the climb out of the shelter was absolutely insane. It was man, it was a climb. So another reason to do your research better than I've been doing. I just said, well, I'll go to Siler Bald shelter, and I didn't realize till last night. Like I said, it's a blue blaze that comes off the AT, and it's like half a mile down to the shelter and 0.6 back up to the AT. And man, that is a steep, steep climb. Horrible way to start the morning. But I guess I got my blood flowing. It's just really steep and rocky. So yeah, that's Siler Bald right up there. I hear the view, if you go all the way up, is just incredible. But man, I just don't have it in me today after a big day yesterday, and I still got about 12 miles to go for the day. I think I'll enjoy the view from here. So catch y'all down the trail. All right, well, walking down the hill here into Wye Gap. It's been a pretty cruisy section here, all downhill, but not too bad. But I thought I would share something, a little funny thought. So this is definitely the longest trip I've ever done where I'm actually hiking by myself. Last year, I had my buddy Andy for the first day and a half, and then I hiked with Splash and Pebbles the remainder of my trip last year. So besides just, running into random people, taking a break on the trail, or, hanging out with people at the shelters all day long, I've been by myself every day so far, which has been pretty peaceful. But I was just laughing to myself as I was walking down through here. It's nice and quiet and just in my head. And I found that I just come up on a couple birds just sitting on a log, and actually it's like, well, good morning, little birdies. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Did I really just say out loud, good morning to the birds? So I don't know if I'm just in a really peaceful place right now and just happy to be here, or maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. You all decide. Either way, I'm fine with it. It's the trail's been awesome this morning. The views, yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that. It's just, I've had great weather so far, and I don't know, this trip has just been great. So we'll catch you guys down at the bottom of the trail here at the Wye Bald, not the Wye Bald, but the Wye Gap. Finally made it to the top of Wye Bald. Now let's go check out the fire tower. All right, check this out. Lots of nice graffiti. Lots of killer views. Check that out, peeps. If I don't trip and fall first. Made it this far, you might as well go up in the tower too and check that out. What do you say? Amazing views. Luckily have a pretty clear day up here to see all these great views. A lot of times people get up here and it's socked in with fog and that, so yeah, I'll take this. Now, I'll walk back down to where the trail is, and trash can of that, throw away about 2 or 3 pounds of trash I'm accumulated from the last 4 days, and get a bite to eat. All right, y'all. Cold Spring Shelter. Man, what a day. A lot of the downhills were really rocky, and the uphills were steep. I don't know. It's been a tough one. Looked on far out, and they said that there was definitely water up here, which there is. A really good source right there. I passed a spring like 0.8 of a mile ago, and it was barely running at all, so I kind of got worried that maybe this one wasn't running this much farther up the hill, but it's running, so good deal. I'm glad I stopped and grabbed another 2 liters to pack up the hill for no reason, but better safe than sorry. This isn't a bad little shelter here, but I don't know if I'm going to stay here or not in the shelter. We'll just have to see. It's 0.1 up the hill. There's actually tent pads, so I might go on up there just because I plan on getting an early start in the morning, and I really don't want to bother anybody if I'm staying in a shelter or be disturbing people, so I don't know. Probably what I'm going to do. We'll see. All right, y'all. I know you can barely see me, but things have changed. So, met a friend on trail today, and when I got to the Cold Spring Shelter, we were going a little farther, so come along. We tossed the idea around. So we set our sights on Wester Bald Shelter, which was like another 5.8. We just got there and shelter was full, no tent sites, and said hell with it. We're on an adventure, and I'm heading to, I can't even think of the name of the shelter now. It's less than a mile from the knock. So I haven't added up the miles yet, but that'll put me probably my longest day I've ever hiked, let alone on the AT. And if that shelter's full, we're gonna go on into the knock and try to do a little stealthy. I don't know. We'll find out what we get into. I'll update you guys whenever I get there. All right, y'all. Check this out. Made it to the knock. It's about 11 o'clock at night and 23 point something miles. I'll figure out the point tomorrow when I do the math, but we're gonna try to figure out somewhere to stay here. And yeah, kind of ridiculous, but it was like just an awesome epic day, adventure, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you got to do some epic shit, and we definitely did that today. So I'm gonna find somewhere to sleep till morning, and we'll see you all tomorrow.